Hey Artland, how's it going? In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to draw the kaiju Gogola. Now, this is kind of a lesser known one, and he actually comes from a 1966 Indian kaiju movie. So he's kind of like Godzilla. Now, to start off with this, we're going to begin with the eye. So starting right up here, I'm just going to draw a line that's just going to kind of curve up and then down and up like this. Then I'm just going to draw a little line that goes down and up, and I'm just going to kind of color it in just a bit. Then I'm going to add a little line above it and then a little line below it. Then you want to make a little line that just kind of curves up and down like this. Now, starting up here, I'm going to draw a line that's just going to kind of curve up, and that's just going to kind of come down like this. I'm going to draw a little bump, and then I'm going to make a line that just kind of goes down, and that's just going to kind of curve around. And then I'm just going to kind of bring this up into kind of like a little evil smile. Then I'm going to add a little line right here with another little line above it. Then starting here, I'm going to draw a line that's just going to kind of curve down like this. It's going to kind of come around and then come right up to here. Then right here, I'm going to draw a little line that curves around. And I'm going to make a line that goes down, and then I'm just going to kind of curve this up here. Now, starting here, I'm going to draw a little curved line. And I'm just going to kind of angle this mouth down a little bit. Then he's got a lot of big teeth, so I'm going to draw a big tooth right there, and then a couple more pretty big sharp teeth in here on each side. And then he also has some big teeth on the top too, so I'm going to add some really big teeth in there. Add a couple more here. Then I'm going to start here, and I'm going to draw a line that just kind of goes out and comes back. Then starting here, I'm just going to draw a line that just kind of curves down to here for the back. Now starting here, I'm going to add a couple little kind of curved lines for the neck. And then starting right here, I'm just going to draw a line that's just going to kind of curve down. Now he's got these kind of long human style arms, so I'm just going to draw a line that curves down. And then add a couple little curved lines that kind of come down like this. I'm going to make a line that curves down and up. One more here, one right there. And I'll put kind of one off the side there. We're going to curve this up, add a couple little wrinkle lines. And then I'm just going to draw a line that kind of curves back and comes around. Then over here, I'm going to do kind of the same thing, draw a line that just goes out. I'm going to kind of curve this line around here. Then make a couple more lines that just kind of go down and around. A little wrinkle line, then I'm just going to kind of bring it back. Then starting here, I'm just going to draw a line that's going to curve in. I'm going to draw a line that just kind of goes down and then kind of angles down like this. Add a couple little lines for some wrinkles. And then the feet are pretty simple. I'm just going to draw a line that goes down and comes back, and I'm just going to repeat that a couple times for some toes. Then I'm just going to kind of bring this line up and kind of curve it around. Then starting here, I'm going to draw the other leg, kind of the same thing, just go down, a couple wrinkle lines. And I'm only going to show two toes over here. We're just going to go up and over. Then he's got a pretty short tail, so I'm just going to draw a line that's just going to kind of curve out, and that's just going to come back like this. Now, Gogola does have some spikes going down his back, so I'm going to kind of start up here, and they kind of have a curve, and they go kind of straight down at an angle. And they all kind of stay the same size. There aren't any that are like, extra big or super small. They just all have around the same size. So you can make them a little bit different. I'm gonna make some of these a little bit smaller as they get down towards the tail, just like this. So here's our basic drawing of Gogola. Now what we want to do is we want to add all the details. So I'm going to go a little bit faster through this part. So first thing is I'm just going to add a little bit broken line around the lips here. And then I'm going to add a couple little extra lines around the eyes. I'm going to add a couple little curved lines up here. And then a little line or two around here for some detail. Add a couple of curved lines on the back of the jaw. And then I'm going to add little curved lines for the claws. And do the same thing for the toes. Add a couple little lines just for some details on here. And then you got to have some curved lines up here just to show where the arms are meeting. Put a line or two over here. I'm going to add just a couple little detail lines around here and then a couple little curved lines around his back and everything. It was really hard to find a lot of pictures of Gogola, so I just had to go off some of the original shots from the movie. So I'm going to add a couple little extra lines around here, try to make him not look so happy. I'm going to add just some little details here. A couple little details around the hands and the claws. Some extra little lines everywhere. And just some little details all over. I'm going to add just a few little lines on each of the spikes. Put 1 or 2 or 3, however many you want to do. Just put some little details just to give it a little bit more. I'm going to add a couple little broken lines right around here. A couple little lines on his legs where everything meets. And then I just like throwing in a lot of extra little broken lines for details and everything. And these are just fun, add some different textures and different things to everything. And there you go. There is your drawing of Gogola. I'm going to fast forward and start coloring this. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed.